Hello out there, Joe Harris here once again. And this is just another video to kind of introduce myself to people. I've worn many different hats through my life, so um, this is another one. I think I told y'all about the football. Uh, I grew up, I was an athlete. Um, I went to University of Alabama, graduated with advertising. Uh, Nearly was on the football team. After that, I joined the military maybe 2 years after I graduated, 2 or 3 years. I did my basic at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I did AIT in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. But my unit, my first and only unit, because I was only in 3 years, was Fort Hood, Texas, 509th. I think they disbanded that unit. For y'all that are in the knowing, we was on the west side of Fort Hood. So soon as, not even a year, I deployed to Afghanistan. So I joined that March and was in Afghanistan that October. So I was basically military talk 88 Mike or truck driver, and it's kind of similar to the truck drivers out in civilian world. We picked up, drove whatever, mail, food, whatever. And for y'all who want to kind of get a glimpse of what Afghanistan is like, I live in Las Vegas. It's kind of laid out like Las Vegas, minus the casinos and stuff, desert and valley and mountains and stuff. And I was in the region called Kandahar, so I was in the southeast region. And we was it's a place called Span Buldak. We was almost in what is that country? We was almost, I forgot the country now. Maybe it'll come back to me. But basically, like I said, we would go out. We called it going out the wire. We would go out the wire. There was a big Kandahar base, maybe an hour from us. Oh yeah, now I remember that country. We was nearly in Pakistan. So we would go out, get mail, get food, other people, other trucks, mainly with flat racks and stuff like that. I will say this about the military. One thing that I did learn, which I'm gonna make another video referencing that video. It's better to be over prepared than under prepared. God, I will say I was really lucky while I was deployed and everything. Had a good unit. We didn't come across too much firefights. I never had to use my gun or anything. But do remember, I was over there 2011, October 2011 to May 2012. So whereas some of the people I went to high school with, they went right like 2005, and unfortunately some of them didn't make it. Friend Dusty, one of my friend Richard, unfortunately they didn't make it. But I remember in basic training, they was just putting us in situations for whatever. I got over there, a lot of those situations didn't happen, but I just believe, God really had his hand over the situation. And for the most part, stuff flowed pretty smoothly. We had some IED warnings, but what happened when we was out on the road. So for y'all to envision, if you've been to Las Vegas, America, we built one big highway out there called Highway 4. And that was like one of the main highways. They built other little roads and stuff, but that was like the main one. And we would get on that. And the Afghan people really didn't have, they wasn't up to driving like we was. So sometimes they would drive crazy and stuff. But like I said, we had IED warnings. Top leadership would call it down. We would most of the time just stop where we was at and wait for stuff to clear. And for y'all to understand how the team worked, before we went out, they had scouts to go check out the road. So many a times we didn't have that, but when we did, we would stop, and then once everything was clear, we would go on. Now, the thing that messed up everything was more the weather, the sandstorm. So the sandstorms out there, I've been to Arizona and Phoenix, and I haven't experienced a sandstorm out there, but I saw those look nasty. The Afghan ones was really more nasty. Everything would completely become dark, and we would just go back in our living quarters. It would shut down everything. So that was one thing. The weather changed. It was not always hot. And I didn't, because I wasn't down there in the summertime, I didn't go through major heat. So I saw it snow, rain, the sandstorms. I think I saw hail, so about time May the 28th, I was out of there. So I was out of there right when the summer was coming along. So once we got back to Fort Hood, it was more like a 9 to 5 most of the time, unless you had a special mission. Like me, I got hazmat certified, so they had me doing a lot of the ammo missions for different people, bringing the ammunition, going picking it up, bringing it. Also, they call them reefers or refrigerator trailers. I would drive from Fort Hood to San Antonio to help. We had in my unit drivers like me, mechanics, cooks, supply people. So we would bring those down so the cooks can train. I think it's called Fort Sam Houston. I did that. And, if you didn't have to do special stuff, it was like a 9 to 5. So that's another part of my life. Again, I think the major thing I learned was to always it's better to be over-prepared, under-prepared. When I went to Afghanistan, we did have one dude die. The truck flipped over and killed him, unfortunately. But luckily, I didn't see too much. A lot of my friends have got out of the military. God bless everybody I was in the military with. Pretty positive part of my life. And that's just another part of me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Have a nice day.